Some big voices on the sidelines of the Value Quest Inflection event. Ajay Piramal, the chairman of the Piramal Group, said that India remains resilient despite global crises and will continue to emerge stronger. Listen in.
If we go by what Morgan Stanley says and what many others are saying, in the next 4 years, our economy will be the third largest after the US and China, and ahead of Germany as well as Japan. So that is in some ways the strength of the Indian economy. When FIIs were exiting last year, you all are there, you are the ones who invested in the Indian markets and gave confidence. The collapse, or not collapse, but the crisis of Credit Suisse has not had any impact, I think, on India. Whether it is the Hindenburg report where people said, what's happening to governance, what's happening to the Indian markets, it's not transparent, etc., etc. It's still, the markets have taken that in their stride and gone ahead. And we always talk a lot about how regulation in India is very lax and how there's crony capitalism, etc., etc. But just think of it. $210 billion is the deposits of SVB Bank. And what has the Fed done? They have guaranteed that everybody gets it. So all the errors which have been made by the bank are being subsidized by the Fed. Similarly, in Credit Suisse, overnight, 40 billion has been given by the Swiss authorities. Again, it is somebody else's fault, but the people are bearing the cost. And therefore, very often when we are critical of our country, do recognize that there are others who do this in a much bigger way.
Okay, so that was a voice coming in from Ajay Piramal talking about a whole host of issues, right from the Hindenburg report to what's happening with Credit Suisse and how India is most likely to become the third largest economy in the world.